Alright, welcome back to Boit's 3v3 charity tournament, Phoenix Reborn. We've got Team Pandora's Box spawning on the left-hand side on Tundra, with Marcos in the red trunks on Uranus, Antos in the pink trunks on Poseidon, and Gabu in the blue trunks on Loki. So today, we're up against Taco, playing for A4G on Hades, King Dragon on Uranus, light blue trunks, and Lordy in the yellow trunks on Zeus. So again, a pretty open map with a lot of the settlements right in between the players, so it'll be an interesting contest for our players to hold on to those. So I have to really look at building forward to one another. So guys, I'll actually just make sure everything's going to plan on the stream on my phone. So we've got the early game. Not much is going to really happen till Classical Age. Our players probably going to opt to get hunting dogs, considering they're all going for their hunts. There's no schools of fish, so they'll pretty much all be going hunting dogs first. Maybe looking to go for an early settlement if they can, but I mean, it's a pretty open map, so trying to establish map control first might be a good idea. Poseidon player using lure as soon as we get into the game. Getting all those huntables around the town centre. Saving on a storehouse early on. So temples going down. Doesn't really look to be any aggressive temple placement so far. Uranus players just trying to secure as much mid-map vision as possible. Just trying to avoid any sort of early pressure. I mean, the Greek players will be able to produce a hero from age 1, so they might be able to harass with that. While the Norse players often can try and come forward with their temple placement and follow up with their out in the field barracks rather than having them safely at home. Particularly if they're going to go with infantry rather than raiders, because it just saves a lot of walk time. Here we go, early on we've got Jason out for Zeus. So your major god dictates your age 1 Greek hero. Well, after that I think it's actually your age up minor god that actually dictates which hero you get in the later ages. So what's this relic that Lordy's managed to acquire here? Thundercloud Shawl. More resistant to pierce attacks. That's pretty useful considering it impacts all human units that aren't siege. Human soldiers. So it won't infect your economy units. but it's going to be really useful for his hoplites and for his hippocons in particular. Taco. But for Ajax and Minotaur opening here, it's pretty useful because of the troll player. I mean the troll player. The Norse player's gone for a troll. With Loki. So Gabu would have gone for Forseti, I believe, in order to have access to the troll and the healing spring, which is very useful because you can always use it sort of as a nice fallback point and staging ground for being really active out in the map with the Norse. Taco gonna try and get this relic. I think he's going to be successful here. So the relic he's managed to snatch up. In the meanwhile, and he's getting a second town center. Relic is scout, line of sight, probably not the be all end all of things. Caravans cheaper and move faster. Now that'd actually be something that'd be really, really useful in the mid to late game, assuming you're going to get there. Ship of fingernails, same thing. Though that's a bit grotty. Why does a ship of fingernails give you food? Like, you can't eat fingernails? That's disgusting, bro. The fight going on here. So, light blue and yellow paired up. They're going to be pushing back Team Pandora's box here. Marcos with a mix of his Milo, Melee, and his Termers. King Dragon. Trying to back up teammate Lordy with pretty much the same composition. Well, managing to snatch up the Ankh of Ra, which generates a little bit of extra favor.
Yo!
But this is a bit dangerous for him to be trying to ferry this guy through here because he's about to get attacked. There are more hearse here, so this relic might get safe, but bearing in mind it's right next to a temple. So someone's going to snatch it. Ooh, so King Dragon snatching up the relic. Bit of a mistake there by Gabu to drop that over there, but in the meanwhile, Gabu harassing King Dragon on the back of his base. Gonna force some units to cover for this. So, thank you. Find out whether that's a follow or what in just a sec. Thank you for the follow. Sorry, I've got it open on my phone now. No need to alt tab and accidentally freeze the game up. Antos moving in to try and hit Taco. I think it's going to be to great effect because for the moment I think he's just playing very passively, only just adding now his cavalry as well as Hippocons, having taken his second town center. That's weird, the flank player here, Taco, has actually played quite greedy, opening second town center before really getting a lot of units, but at the same time sort of managed to get away with it until now. Meanwhile, King Dragon, sort of as the pocket player, has not really been able to go for a greedy strategy himself. Again,
Yo.
Marcos and Gabu harassing together on Lordy, just disengaging now, but Pandora's box working well so that two of them are sort of hitting any one player at a time, and they're always trying to hit more than one place at once. They can split up the damage and the focus. They can really mess up their opponent's ability to coordinate as well. So it looks like Marcos swinging by Lordy's base, but there is a really nice wall off here. One Determiner getting singled out there. And a troll also falling. The beauty of Loki is that you do generate free myth units as you fight. So I imagine that troll was probably a freebie. So one of the manors has been cleared out, but the others managing to get garrisoned into. Unherjar. Also another likely freebie. Just there to try and harass the army. Slow them down. They fall pretty quickly, but we'll actually take out one of the Prometheans. Maybe one of the Terma here as well. Those are quite hardy if you're not using predominantly heroes to attack them. While this has been going on, there's been a big fight go down here. The rest of King Dragon's army. Most of his Terma's getting killed off there because he's got a lot of his melee caught here. They were fighting that single Unherjar, and then meanwhile, majority of the Hearse here, up here, attacking with a bit of help from Antos's Hippocons. Taco sort of forced to retreat now of the rest of King Dragon's army, and not all of it. Once again, King Dragon getting caught with only half his army here, while the other half is trying to chase enemy units. Now the Centaur falling, but Taco I think is outnumbered here as well, so he's not really going to be able to stick around. Might even lose the Hippocon there. One of the series, 20 games in the tournament today. Oh, I'll be streaming, yeah, later on today I'll be streaming games from the Meta Plays Golden Gift Tournament today. I think after these couple of games that I've got saved, I'm not really going to do any more of this tournament. I might come back and do the finals, but I'll see how I feel. Because there's a bit on and I've got a bit going on IRL, so I'm going to spend all day casting it, unfortunately. I'd like to, but it doesn't actually pay the bills. So, we've got a big fight here, Gaboo. In fact, I think with Marcos's help, Pandora's Box pretty much looking to overwhelm King Dragon here and take him out of the game for the most part. Because Antos able to keep Taco busy, while Lordy's come in to defend a little, but hasn't had the best of luck to put up with. Harass from Marcos a lot of the game. A rough fight further up earlier on against Gaboo and Marcos. And the citizen's getting a bit stuck there. Where are you going? Marcos coming in to support Lordy, having to use ceasefire, a bit of a panic ceasefire, but it's going possibly be the difference. But Dragon really needs to repair this town center and maybe throw up a tower next to it if he wants to try and get through this. He's trying to get as much gold as he can here. What's he actually got in the bank? Probably not a great deal. He's got a lot of wood, so he's overgathered on wood. A lot of these games he's been overgathering slightly on wood. Finding he gets caught in this situation where he's needing to try and squeeze out as much gold as possible during a teammate's ceasefire. It's not a situation you want to be in. You know, ideally you want to have your bank sort of even between resources when you are banking it, and then, you know, obviously this early on you probably don't even want to have a bank other than when you're going to save for heroic age. But it's going to be rough here because there's not a lot here to back this up. Lordy's brought what he could, and there is still King Dragon's army, but in the town center, I think really just getting repaired now by a couple of citizens. He needs to have more of them on the repair at the moment. Antos need to seal the deal, I think. Taco bringing over what he can to help as well, but maybe a bit too little too late here, I think. Settlers being picked off there, one falling, another being taken off repair, and settlement falls. Being really rough. The A4G now. Always box plays. We'll be looking to get into heroic age. In fact, Gabu's had it for a little while because he's used his fire weapons already. GG. Let's say Team A4G tap out there.